Just think for a moment. What if time suddenly stopped and you were given a chance to go straight into the past or the future? But be careful. Time travel is not a game. It is a path where one wrong step can erase your present forever. Scientists say tampering with time means challenging nature itself, and those who try often never return. Does a time machine really exist? Are people from the future still hiding in our world today? And the scariest question of all, if you get trapped in the past, will you ever be able to come back home? In today's video, we will reveal the most dangerous truths of time travel in very simple language, but with secrets that will shake your mind. Watch this video till the end, because at the end, there is one truth, after knowing which, you will look at time very differently. If you like the video, make sure to like it. For more shocking and dangerous videos like this, subscribe to the channel right now. And don't forget to press the bell icon. First, let's make one thing clear. Time travel is generally understood in two ways. One, time travel towards the future. And second, time travel towards the past. According to science, these two are not the same thing. Most scientists believe that traveling into the future is possible to some extent, while going back into the past is extremely complicated, almost impossible. And even if it were possible, it would raise many strange and dangerous questions. Now let's understand where the idea of time travel begins. This story starts with a man who completely changed the way the world thinks about time and space, Albert Einstein. Einstein said something very interesting. Time is not a separate thing, it is combined with space. He said that our universe is made of space-time, meaning space and time are woven together like a fabric, which you can imagine as a sheet. According to his theory of special relativity, time does not flow the same for everyone. If you move at very high speed, especially close to the speed of light, time will slow down for you, while for people moving at normal speed, time will pass faster. This is called time dilation, meaning the stretching or slowing of time. Now imagine this scene. There are two twin brothers, Amit and Sumit. Amit stays on Earth and lives a normal life. Sumit boards a spaceship and travels into space at nearly the speed of light. He spends a few years there and then returns to Earth. According to him, maybe only 5-6 years have passed. But when he comes back to Earth, he sees that 50-60 years have passed here. Amit has grown old. His hair has turned white. But Sumit still looks quite young. What happened? Sumit actually time traveled into the future. This is not a movie story. It is a direct result of Einstein's theory of relativity, and we have observed such effects at small levels in scientific experiments. So is this practical? With today's technology? No. Because we would need speeds close to the speed of light, which require enormous amounts of energy. But science says, at the level of principles, traveling into the future is possible. Another way to travel into the future is by going near extremely strong gravity, such as near a black hole. According to Einstein's general relativity, time moves slower where gravity is stronger. This means if you go near a very massive, very dense object like a black hole and spend some time there, your clock will tick slowly, while time for people far away will move much faster. So when you return, it will feel like you were away for only a short time, but on Earth or in the universe, many years or even centuries may have passed. Once again, you have jumped into the future. Now the real spice begins, traveling into the past. This is where time travel becomes the most exciting and the most confusing. Imagine if you could go back to your childhood, the day you first learned to ride a bicycle, or the day you made a big mistake that you still regret. Or imagine going to a major historical moment, stopping a war, saving a great leader, or preventing a disaster. But wait, if you change the past, will the future change too? Will you even exist? Will your present self survive? This leads to the most famous question, the grandfather paradox. In simple words, suppose you use a time machine to go back to a time before your grandparents were even married. For some reason, you eliminate your grandfather or prevent his marriage. Now the question arises, if your grandfather never married, how were your parents born? And if your parents were never born, How did you come into existence? And if you never existed, how did you go back in time in the first place? This creates an endless loop. This is called a paradox, where logic collapses in on itself. Scientists and theoretical physicists have proposed many ideas to solve this paradox. One idea says that the universe will simply not allow anything that breaks its logic, meaning even if you go into the past, you will not be able to do anything that changes the main timeline. Fate. You may try to harm your grandfather, but something will always go wrong. You may slip, the gun may miss, an accident may stop you. In short, what has already happened cannot be changed. This is called the consistency principle. Another idea is even more interesting, the concept of the multiverse or parallel universes. According to this idea, the moment you travel to the past and make a major change, you create a new branch, a new reality. The timeline you came from remains unchanged. Your grandfather lives, you are born, everything stays normal. But the moment you change something in the past, a second timeline opens, where your grandfather's life may turn out differently. In that new world, your existence may change, but the original world remains intact. So you are not modifying your own past. You are creating a new story, a new universe. Now the question is, does science really believe that a machine could be built to take us into the past? Some solutions of general relativity allow something called closed timelike curves, paths in space-time that loop back, allowing an object to move from the future to the past and even cross the same point again. Like a circular path where walking forward eventually takes you backward in time. There are some theoretical models, like wormholes. A wormhole can be thought of as a shortcut in space-time. Imagine space-time as a sheet of paper. To go from point A to point B normally takes time. But if you fold the paper and bring A and B close together, you create a shortcut. A wormhole is like that, affecting not only space, but time as well. Not sus. Theory says that if one end of a wormhole is accelerated to high speed or placed in a strong gravitational field while the other end remains normal, a time difference can be created between the two ends. Anyone traveling through it could shift forward or backward in time. But there is a huge difference between possible in theory and possible in real life. To keep a wormhole stable, we would need a type of energy and matter never observed in reality, called exotic matter, with properties completely different from normal matter. For now, all this looks good only in equations, not in laboratories. Moreover, many scientists believe that as soon as you try to build a machine that creates time loops, quantum-level effects would become so powerful that the machine would never remain stable. This idea is sometimes called chronology protection, meaning nature itself protects the timeline to prevent paradoxes. Now let's talk about what affects you and me the most. What if time travel actually became possible? Say, first, imagine a businessman or investor who sees the future, knowing which stocks will rise, which will fall, which technology will boom. Then imagine governments and armies knowing future wars in advance. Who will attack? Which weapon will cause how much destruction? Or scientists bringing cures from the future, permanent treatments for cancer, Alzheimer's, or even formulas to extend human life to 150 or 200 years. On one hand, this sounds like a wonderful world, but on the other hand, it could be extremely dangerous. If only a few people control time travel, the balance of power would collapse. The rich would get richer, the powerful more powerful. And the biggest danger, if everything can be changed in advance, what happens to free will? What happens to choice, learning, and growth? If every mistake is erased, how will we learn? If all pain is removed, what will happiness be worth? Imagine if a time machine changed just one small event in your past. Your school, your city, one meeting, one friendship. Your entire life direction could change. Our lives are made of thousands of tiny events, and time travel could pull on those threads and change the entire pattern. So is there any scope for good? Yes. Many believe that if time travel ever becomes real, it must be controlled by extremely strict rules, possibly at an international level, stricter than any laws we have today. Perhaps time travel should be only for observation, seeing the past without interfering, learning lessons without changing history. This sounds logical. No paradoxes, and history remains respected. Now, a very interesting question. If time travel is so fascinating and theoretically possible, why haven't we seen travelers from the future yet? Some joke that maybe they are among us, but hiding. Some scientists believe that even if a time machine is built, it could only travel within the time period after it was first activated. Meaning, you cannot go 3,000 years back because no machine existed then. You can only travel within the machine's own lifespan. Another idea suggests that time travel is simply impossible, and nature has rules we don't yet understand. Rules that prevent time loops and paradoxes before they can ever form. Now let's come closer to the heart. Imagine you truly get one chance to time travel, just once. You have two options: go into your past, or look into your future. What would you choose? Would you go back to a day when you made a big mistake to fix it? Or would you go to a future where you are successful, rich, lonely, or happy, just to see which path to take? Now ask yourself honestly, if you knew your future, would you be able to live your present freely? Or would every step be filled with fear and confusion? If I change this decision, will that future disappear? Then, that is why many philosophers believe that the beauty of time travel is not whether we can do it, but that it helps us understand the value of now. If you look closely, we are all time travelers, just slowly. Every second we move into the future. We cannot change yesterday, but what we do today shapes tomorrow. What you learn, feel, and choose today is creating your future self. You may not sit in a time machine, but your decisions are the real time machine. So, from science's point of view, traveling into the future through speed and gravity is theoretically possible, but technology is far behind. Traveling into the past through wormholes, closed timelike curves, and multiverse theories works in math, but in reality, it remains a huge question mark. But from a human perspective, time travel teaches us two deep lessons. First, what is past is a lesson, a book we cannot rewrite, but can learn from. Second, what is coming is our responsibility, and the power to shape it lies only in our present choices. Now the question is yours. If right now, at this very moment, you were given a 5-minute time travel chance, where would you go? To your childhood? To a sweet memory? To a moment where you wish you had chosen differently? Or into your future, to see what you ultimately became? Tell us in the comments, past or future, and why. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, share this video and plant this question in someone else's mind. Maybe we never find a time machine. But the time you hold right now, what are you going to do with it?